Abuse is a staple of Disney movies. One study found that there were over 500 incidences of child abuse in 45 Disney movies, and that 62% of lead child and adolescent characters were abused. Disney depictions of abuse vary greatly depending on the gender of the abuser and the gender of their victim. I've divided the abuse into two different categories: same-gender abuse and cross-gender abuse. Same-gender abuse is usually an integral part of the movie's plot and is used to portray the abuser as villainous, evil, and despicable. The victims usually confront, or at least escape, their abuser by the end of the movie. The methods used to abuse are clearly linked to gender. When men abuse boys, they use physical methods. The boys are threatened with weapons, grabbed and thrown, and imprisoned in small spaces where they can barely move.
I want to go home to my mama.
Take him back. He can still talk.
Please, I don't want to be a junkie. Let me out of here.
There. This will be your home. To me, you are belonging. And when you are growing too old, you will make good firewood.
I gotta get out. You can't get me.
Quiet! Shut him up before I knock you silly.
Physical abuse is a show of the abuser's dominance and is used to confirm their masculinity.
Whoa, what? Whoa! Okay, please, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Please.
Because they are stronger, they are more of a man than their victim. In our culture, men tend to view physical violence as a way to reclaim control and self-esteem, while women tend to view physical violence as a failing of their own self-control. So when women want to hurt others, they tend to use indirect means instead of physical violence. They insult, humiliate, and above all, manipulate their victims.
Stop no more, you'll just upset me.
I see a strong, confident, beautiful young lady. Oh, look, you're here too. I'm just teasing. Stop taking everything so seriously.
The stepsisters destroy Cinderella's dress in order to humiliate her, and Lady Tremaine stops them when they become too violent.
Girls. That's quite enough. I won't have you upsetting yourself.
They did not physically hurt Cinderella and established their control and dominance over her. The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under provide a perfect case study for comparing same-gender abuse, as both movies' plot and characters are incredibly similar. Madame Medusa and Percival McLeach, the movie's villains, are two of the worst abusers depicted in Disney movies. Both villains need to use a child in order to find something of great value.
And it's mine. It's all mine.
It's mine. All mine.
And resort to abusing the children when they don't cooperate. However, their methods of abuse are very different. Medusa insults and manipulates her victim.
I'll never get adopted.
Adopted? What makes you think anyone would want a homely little girl like you? Now, my dear, you are going to find the big shiny diamond for your Auntie Medusa, aren't you?
Daddy doesn't like it down there. He's afraid. Why aren't you, Teddy?
Aw, poor Teddy. I'll just keep him up here with me where he'll be safe.
Give me back my teddy bear. He's mine.
Get down there and find the big diamond, or you will never see that Teddy again.
All right. I'll go.
McLeach uses physical aggression and threats to intimidate his victim.
My poor baby boy got eaten by the crocodile. Boo hoo hoo. Let's go, boy.
I'll give you a night down here to think it over. But tomorrow, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
While McLeach is feared by his victims, Medusa is ridiculed.
Snoop's a mouse! Oh, kill it! Pitiful. That's exactly like Medusa.
During the climax, however, they are forced to reverse their methods. Medusa must use weapons and threats,
Blasted!
while McLeach must use manipulation.
Your bird's dead. Someone shot her. Too bad about those eggs. They'll never survive without their mother. Bingo.
Some Disney villains do not conform neatly to these theories of gendered abuse. However, since each of these characters is portrayed with an abnormal, or at least questionable, sexuality, they are allowed to break the gender norms.
And if it weren't for you, he'd still be alive.
Same-gender abuse is vilified throughout Disney's movies.
Great. Now I'm the bad guy.
But cross-gender abuse is an entirely different story. Disney's depictions of cross-gender abuse range from trivializing the abuse to glorifying and romanticizing the abuse. At one end of the spectrum, abuse is treated as nothing more than an annoyance that must be endured.
Well, now what are we gonna do?
Well, usually the hero gives his fair lady a kiss.
Kiss? Oh, that's sissy stuff.
Well, if you won't, then I will.
They're kissing!
This changes into abuse being depicted as a passing stage of falling in love. The victim's initial rejection of the abuser must be ignored, and afterward they fall in love and have no need for abuse. This idea is the basis of Beauty and the Beast. Gaston and the Beast both abuse Belle, but the Beast does so for far longer and to a much worse degree. Yet Gaston is villainized, and the Beast becomes an anti-hero.
I might be able to clear up this little misunderstanding.
If what?
If you marry me.
What?
One little word, Belle, that's all it takes.
Never.
Have it your way.
You can't stay in there forever.
Yes, I can.
Fine. Then go ahead and starve! If she doesn't eat with me, then she doesn't eat at all.
Belle falls in love with someone who abuses her, and is given the textbook Disney happy ending.
And now he's dear and so unsure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before.
And finally, abuse is defined as love.
She sure acts funny.
Yeah, she likes you.
Why?
If a man stalked, harassed, and touched a woman without her consent, his behavior would be labeled abusive. But Disney portrays this abusive behavior as funny and cute, simply because a woman is doing it to a man.
You're wasting time resisting. You'll find the more you do, the more she'll keep insisting. Him has got to be you.
Now leave me alone.
Wait a minute, now, Miss, Madam, you've made a mistake. Now, I'm... No, I'm stupid old... No! And old you! Understand?
But this next clip, from Fun and Fancy Free, a 1947 Disney movie, erases the line between abuse and love in a song titled Say It With a Slap.
Likes to say it with a slap. When a whippoorwill's in love, he can whipper all the horses' neck and all the turtles' snap. Every deer and every dove has a way of making love, but a bear likes to say it with a slap. You can ask any bear, oh, there's nothing to compare with a love that's strong or weak. So if you're ready for romance and you ever get the chance, grab your girl, give her your cheek. So when love comes comes along, don't be silly. Never ever waste your time like a sap. Let the others hug and kiss, but the bare facts are this, that a bear likes to say it with a slap. Slap, slap. Give me a long slap.
I love you, Lulabelle. I love you too, Bongo.
What kind of messages are children getting from Disney's portrayals of abuse? The documentary Mickey Mouse Monopoly takes a closer look.
If Belle was my friend and I saw what happened to her, like yelling and romantic, I'd be happy for her because she found someone who she liked. If Belle was my friend and I'd seen her go through this whole thing, I'd probably just say, keep on being nice and sweet like you are, and that would probably change him. And in the movie, it does.
That's a dangerous message.
When a bird loves a bird, he can twitter. When a puppy falls in love, he can yap. Every bit he likes to coo when he says I love you, but a bear likes to say it with a slap. When the whippoorwill's in love, he can whimper. All the horses neck and all the turtles snap.